lost focus. Got caught by Bjorn. Oh, up and down. And he's got that. He's got the Valhalla Vice on him. And Tony James clamps on the figure four. What do we got here? The Valhalla Vice, the figure four. Tony James. Brian Blake calling for the bell. Let's see. Let's see who they've awarded this match to. Tony James. Brian, wait a minute. No. Our other official raises Bjorn's hand. What do we have going on here? Confusion reigns at ringside, fans. I got to clear this up. The referees.
PWA fans, Aaron Hurt here with Pride of Sweden, Bjorn. Now, Bjorn, before I get to my question, for the sake of the viewers out there who might not be up to speed on this situation, in the main event tonight, you and Tony James both had submission holds applied to your opponent, Kevin Cruitt, simultaneously. We had an official in the ring, we had one out of the ring. There was confusion, there was dissension among them as to who should be awarded the victory. You have to be frustrated with this result. Josh Allen coming out and holding up the title. What is your response to this situation?
Aaron Hurt, you're daggum right. I'm frustrated right now. Because I'll tell you what, I worked through Tony James originally to be given this match. I worked through Jimmy Fahrenheit to be given this match. I have fought tooth and nail to win this match. And I'll tell you something else. They can say it's on the footage. There's two submissions. Guess what? Kevin Cruitt was looking in my eyes when he was down there getting the mandible claw shoved in his throat. And he tapped out when I had the submission. I had it on there first. And I should be the PWA heavyweight champion right now.
Oh, hey, well, just easy there, big fella, before you get all worked up. I'm going to admit that you had the move on him first. You had the claw on him first. Now, I wasn't there to contest you two looking deep into each other's eyes, trying to figure out what you were thinking about. But you did have the move on first. However, Aaron, did he tap? No. When I put on the figure four and I broke a couple of those legs, you could hear him snap, crackle, pop. Guess what happened? He tapped. So we can agree to disagree, and you can want to see the footage, not believe in the footage, but at this point, it's not in our hands at all. It's in Josh's hands. Do you understand? So I'm not going to get all worked up about anything else. I got something I got to talk to you about, but I just want you to know where I stand. Win, lose, or draw. It is what it is.
Win, lose, or draw. Tony James, I'll leave you with this. When an atom bomb goes off, it's not the second atom that set it off. It's that first one. But you know what? It's up to Josh.
It's up to Josh.
He can solve it.
One Adam, two Adam. The only Adam I know, Adam and Eve, and I didn't see her in the ring tonight. Now I'm going to tell you something. When it comes down to this match, I put myself in a corner. What people don't know is that to get that match I had tonight, the competition committee said I had to give up something. And I gave up my return match. So they said, Tony James, if you want to put all four in the ring, which now we know it was three because somebody got the sniffles, you got to give something up. And I said, well, I'll give up my return match just in case somebody happens to beat me, then I don't get a rematch. That's what I gave up. So I'm going to be honest with you people out there in PWA land. I got a lot invested in this. Because if they decide to run that Zabruder film back and find out there was a magic bullet and I don't end up with the title, then I'm going to be sitting at home alone while everybody else is out spanking the plank.
Well, it sounds like there is confusion and frustration on all sides of this issue. We heard the decision made at the moment by the Chief Communications Officer, Josh Allen.
Chief Wahoo, Chief Josh, it doesn't matter. Good Lord, something's going down and I can't stand it.
Well, he held up the title rather than simply throwing the match out and letting you remain the champion of record. He has held up the title. What recourse does that leave you now that you have mentioned You don't have a mandated contractual rematch. What is your next step? How are you going to rectify this issue from your perspective?
Well, I don't have a dog in the fight right now. I got to wait to see what Josh is going to rectify. Whether he rectifies it right or left, I got to figure it out. And if he comes down and says Bjorn is the new heavyweight champion, then I'm eating humble pie.
Well, Tony James, I guess we'll have to leave it with the need to confer with Josh Allen further and get clarification on this before we can make any kind of announcement.
Absolutely.
It was very unfortunate for both you and Bjorn the way that this turned out. I understand being competitors and being athletes that you hate to leave something like this unsettled. So all I can
I'm
say
with you, Aaron.
is that I hope that everybody gets what they were looking for out of this and we can run it back as soon as possible.
We're going to find out how straight Josh is.
Well, fans, you've heard Bjorn, you've heard Tony and James. You're going to have to stick around to get the answer to all of these questions. We got to get it settled before March the 8th.